Right, welcome back. Great to have you with us. The rise of a Chinese tech brand, how to get a smarter home, and clothing that lets other people know your emotions. These are just some of the top 5 tech advancements making news. Joining us now is tech commentator Paul Spain. Paul, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. Right, let's get straight into them. We've got 5 of them. We will start with perhaps the most impressive and easiest to explain, Huawei. Now, this is the Chinese tech company that got into a lot of problem for just basically stealing other people's ideas.
Yeah, they've come into a bit of controversy over the years, but now they're really pushing through with some great products. So they've got their new smartphone, the P8, which they're launching in New Zealand next month. So that's due to come out shortly. Stands out pretty well against the top phones from other manufacturers. They're
so the latest iPhone and the Samsung.
Yeah, they're particularly targeting Samsung, I think. They've got a slimmer phone than the competition, camera that's very close to what Samsung are doing, and they're starting to launch into the wearables as well with a smart.
Okay, so you're wearing a watch
band
now, which doesn't look like a watch. It looks a little bit like a dog collar.
Yeah, so this one basically it operates as a fitness device, so it's a bit of a fitness tracker. Can track your sleep, so it can give me a bit of an indication of how well I slept last night.
How well did you sleep?
How well did I sleep? 6 hours and 16 minutes. So that's all right.
So it knew you were sleeping.
It can tell that, and it keeps a record of what's going on, and you can track that as well as
and it's actually
tracking
it's a watch too, isn't it? So it could wake you up as well.
Gives you, it buzzed me this morning. Actually, it picks a time that thinks it's appropriate.
The funny thing is, though, there's nothing cool about Huawei, is there? Like, for instance, I have a Huawei phone, largely because I don't care about that particular aspect of technology, and people actually laugh at me.
Yeah, you could say that, but I guess if you look back a few years, Samsung would have been in a similar position,
actually.
right?
You're right.
So what Huawei are doing here, they're sponsoring a whole lot of stuff. They spent, over 9 billion New Zealand dollars in R&D in the last year.
So they actually do have their own research and development.
Very much so,
now.
yeah. And they're doing some unique things with their products. They're not all just, what we might expect, a copy of somebody else's.
So if you were guiding someone in a particular direction, let's just say Huawei, Samsung or iPhone, which way would you guide people?
I think it very much comes down to personal preference. I'm a big user of the Apple product, but what Samsung are doing, what Huawei are doing, the Microsoft products, they're all very good now.
Okay. Right, so number 1 is Huawei, keep an eye out. Number 2, rural broadband.
Yeah, great advance here in New Zealand. We've got both Spark and Vodafone putting a lot more focus now on the rural side, and Vodafone have just announced that they have new plans coming to those in the rural area. In fact, I think they're available now. $10 more than their previous plans, but they're more than double the amount of data that somebody can get. So 80 gigabytes. And Vodafone are saying, look, this is enough for most farms, most homes.
Which are very high tech now. Farms are very high tech now.
Absolutely.
And it's all 4G speed, so
it's getting much faster. So they're more than doubling what the average speeds were sort of 12 to 18 months ago.
Number 3, the smart home. People have talked about smart homes for a long, for literally decades. But what a smart home means now is very different to what it used to mean a few years ago.
Yeah, and a lot of people that maybe are doing a new house build, or they've got plenty of money to spend, have been able to build a smart home, but very expensive to get it set up, and the technology often dates reasonably quickly. So now this is becoming very mainstream with Apple's HomeKit. We've got Spark getting in on the act with
Does the smart
MorePork.
home need wires anymore?
Less and less.
Yeah.
There is some value if you're building a new home. Absolutely, put network wiring in and so on. But wireless just keeps improving.
Yeah. So that will be a thing of the past. For instance, speakers. I know this is at the other end. This is old-fashioned tech. But who would wire for speakers now? Because the wireless speakers are great, aren't they?
They're getting pretty good. There is still some benefit in running wires for that. But a lot of people like the convenience of just being able to put the speakers.
And the tide is going out for that benefit as they get better and better. All right, couple of quickies at the end. Number 4, voice assist.
Yeah, so Apple have announced improvements there with Siri in their announcements last week, and again, a lot of competition across Google, Apple, Microsoft, a few other players coming into the market.
But it's becoming more user-friendly now, isn't it, at last?
More user-friendly and starting to get proactive. There actually be an assistant, so it's going to tell you when you should leave somewhere, etc.
And rapid connected wear. So,
Rapido.
Rapido, rather, connected wear. This is, so you've clothes actually know stuff.
Yeah, this is kind of amusing, actually, and it's come out of China, where families and couples are often spread around the country. Someone's working somewhere else to make a buck, and the idea is you can wear your heart on your sleeve, as it were, and send these emoticons via your smartphone to somebody else's clothing.
all inside, straight to their clothing. That's just weird. But we need to get some. Paul, thank you very much for joining us. Paul Spain, Gorilla Tech CTO.